Good afternoon, Finn fans, and welcome back to another episode of AT Fins News. In this episode, we're going to be talking about what we just witnessed this Sunday against the Baltimore Ravens. So without further ado, let's just get right into it, shall we? So let's just first talk about what we just witnessed. Our football team being down 21 points entering the fourth quarter. All hope seems lost. We're down 35-14. Lamar Jackson just broke on our defense like a 75-yard touchdown run. All hope looked lost. Our offense was picking it up a little bit, but we didn't see signs of what it could be until the fourth quarter. And when we started playing complementary football with our offense putting up touchdown after touchdown, our defense able to hold Lamar Jackson and his offense a couple possessions so we can get the ball back for our offense, and our offense just finished the deal, man. As a Dolphin fan, all Dolphin fans around the world should be ecstatic, should be enjoying this victory, because it doesn't matter what people say or what some people say. No one expected this. No one expected this type of performance, especially how the game started. I'll be the first to admit, once halftime hit, we were down by 21 as well at halftime. I mean, I still held out hope because I'm a Dolphins fan, obviously, but come on, let's be real, guys. Who would have thought that we would have came back in this game even after halftime, and then, like I said, going into the fourth quarter being down by 21 as well. All hope looked kind of bleak, but then our offense, guys, just turned it on. I mean, I've rewatched the game a couple times now just to looking at what changed. I don't know if Mike McDaniel had a halftime speech that brought all the team together, or they made the proper adjustments, which I did see from our offense, at least in the second half. We kind of got away from the West Coast offense. It was not working against the Ravens for whatever reason. We were having a tough time moving the ball consistently. They were putting a lot of pressure on Tua. Tua was making not so good of reads on the field, and throwing a couple interceptions in the first half didn't help our offense. But you gotta love what Mike McDaniel implemented in their game plan in the second half. It was more short, quick passes, hitting the receiver, the running backs out of the backfield. Then Tua started getting his rhythm. I mean, I've always said Tua's a rhythmic passer. He has to get in some kind of rhythm and start feeling good about himself and how he can make some tight throws. And once he gets that confidence, the ball just starts rolling downhill. And you've seen towards the end of the game, he was making reads. He was throwing in between three defenders when they were running zone, tight coverages. And he'll just hit him right in that zone, that empty void. And, I mean, there's nothing anyone in this fan base can say bad about Tua after his performance this game. For him to go out there after he just threw two interceptions in the first half, and in the fourth quarter just throw caution to win. We're down by 21, and he just starts. I get it. I know what people are going to say. Well, the two throws he threw to Tyreek Hill, those two touchdown bombs, I mean, anyone could have hit them. They were wide open. They were like layups. He had to hit the receiver. But there's been plenty of times, if you rewatch the game or film, that there's wide open receivers on crossing routes or deep routes, and Tua wouldn't throw him the ball. He did this game. You got to give him all the credit in the world that he made those throws at the most crucial times in the game, because we're losing by 21-14 at this time, and he made play after play, the plays that he needed to make to help this team overcome the first half, and he did exactly that. I mean, if you just looked at the Baltimore sidelines after we were coming back, we were down 14. Our defense stops Lamar Jackson. We get the ball back because they go for it on fourth down when they're up by 14. We stop Lamar. We get the ball back, and right away, boom, big shot. Tyreek Hill, we're only down 7. Then the Ravens get the ball back again. Our defense holds them. They have to punt. We get the ball down 7. Another bomb to Tyreek Hill on just a blowing coverage. I mean, we can say what we want. The Ravens' defensive backs are one of the best collective units in the whole NFL, but they just completely broke down in coverage in the fourth quarter. They didn't know what coverage they were in. They were just letting Tyreek Hill just run right past them, thinking they have safety help over the top, and obviously the safety was thinking something else because he thought it was one-on-one, which makes no sense to me, in my opinion. When you're down, when you're up 14 plus points in the fourth quarter, the main objective, even in high school football, you cannot let a team beat you deep. Your best friend is the clock. Just let the clock run out. Let them hit the little dink and dunks, 5-6 yard gains, and work their way down the field because they will not have enough time to score 21 points in 3 possessions. But the Ravens blew a couple coverages. Tua hit his guy like he should have, which all respect to him. This isn't going to be one of those streams where all we're going to do is talk about negative, because for him to overcome his first half and to put up a performance, like, I didn't think, in my personal opinion, I never thought that Tua would have a game in the NFL that he threw for, what was he, 36 for 50, I believe, 469 yards, 6 touchdown passes, tied the record with Bob Greasy and Dan Marino for the most touchdowns in a single game in Dolphin history. He holds those records with the 2 greats. This is one of the few games where he put a stamp on his play on the field, and his imprint was all over this game in the second half. He took control of this offense, and he made a believer to a lot of doubters out there. He made them at least know, oh, this guy, he has the capability of being able to put his team on his back. Because one thing I will tell you guys, our defense moving forward is going to have to play a whole heck of a lot better than we did against the Ravens. And I don't want to blame the defense all entirely. I don't think they were put in the right scheme. I think that our defensive coordinator was trying to do the same zero blitz that he did last year against the Ravens on the Thursday Night Football, when they had a vast injuries on the offensive side of the ball as well as the defensive side of the ball. And the Ravens were ready for that zero blitz. If you see at the beginning of the game, Xavier Howard came on this corner blitz, and Lamar Jackson read it beautifully. He just threw it to the corner that, or he just threw it to the receiver that Xavier Howard vacated, the vacated area. He's wide open, just a little hitch route, a hot read. The receiver, Lamar Jackson, read it beautifully. They gained about 15 yards in the play. They were ready for the zero blitz. And our defensive coordinator kept on, all the way until the fourth quarter. He kind of stopped. If you notice, he didn't do too much zero blitz unless it was like fourth down when we stopped him on that run play. But other than that, he was playing more coverage. And I think, and I believe that's what we needed to do, especially with Byron Jones being out. We weren't going to be able to be successful on the zero blitz with the DBs we have. Xavier Howard's fine, but we need Byron Jones on the other side to make that zero blitz really effective. But our defensive coordinator, he kept wanting to do it from the beginning to the end of the game, until, I don't know if Mike McDaniel said, hey, stop with that zero blitz, or he kind of just held back. He said, we just need to stop these guys and get the ball back to our offense, because he's seen that our offense was cooking, But whatever it was, whenever they changed the scheme from the zero blitz to more base defense, we had success on the defensive side of the ball. We were able to limit Lamar Jackson's capabilities, and we held them on, I believe it was 2 straight possessions where they had a punt after we scored to make it 14. And then after we tied the game and made it, 35-35, I believe, the thing that I loved the most, I don't love on the defensive side of the ball, but once we tied it at 35-35, the Baltimore Ravens drove down the field, got into field goal range, was one of the best kickers in the league, Justin Tucker, and nailed like a 51-yarder, right? There was about 2:18 left on the clock, and I was so intrigued to see can this offense finish the deal. I know we're on a roll. We've scored 3 straight touchdowns on 3 straight possessions, but can this offense, a Tua-led offense, take us down the field, down only 3, and put up a touchdown to win this game? And the way we were able to move the ball as well as control the clock and not give Lamar Jackson so much time left on I believe when we scored there was only 14 seconds left. But how we just managed that last drive, Tua throwing some nice balls and tight coverages, getting first downs, and then us handing the ball to, I believe it was Raheem Mostert on that second down play. I think it was 2nd and 2. And our line, if you rewatch that play, our line sealed their defenders off. I don't think Baltimore was expecting a run there, but our line opened up a massive hole for Raheem Mostert. At first, when he broke through the line, I thought he was gone because of speed. But I was happy because now that I know that we put up the touchdown, I was kind of happy that he was stopped like at the 7-yard line because we were able to eat more clock. If we scored too soon, I was worried maybe Lamar could make something happen and then put up a touchdown to win late because they needed a touchdown. I think after we scored that touchdown, they were down 4, so they needed a touchdown to win. A field goal wasn't going to do it anymore. But after that run, huge run, Mike McDaniel, great call because I believe it caught the Ravens defense off guard. Tua coming in, and we've always said Tua struggles on off-script plays. Well, on Sunday, he proved that he can go off-script and make plays, which we rarely see from Tua. There was multiple times there was a rush coming in his face. He evaded the rush, flipped around, turned, extended the play, and hit someone in the flat in the end zone. Or just like in the last play, he kind of escaped some pressure, and then he moved to his left and fired a strike to Jalen Waddle, where only Jalen Waddle can catch it high over the defender's head because the defender kind of was back. His back was turned to the football, so he laid it right where Jalen Waddle can go up and get it, and Jalen Waddle made a great catch. But the fact that he was able to show this that he hasn't shown in his NFL career so far, it might be a changing point in his career, guys. This game could give him all the confidence in the world knowing that he has it in him. And if he can just be consistent. I'm not asking for 469 yards a game. That's an anomaly. But if he can consistently put up high 280s to 300s, 2 or 3 touchdowns a game, cut down on the turnovers, maybe 1, sometimes none a game, the sky's the limit for this team, guys. We have so much talent on this roster, more talent than we've had in 20-plus years. We have playmakers all over the field on the offensive side of the ball. Look at Tyreek Hill. He even was dealing with cramps in the third quarter, came back and just blew it up. He's consistent. He's shifty. We can give him the ball on screen passes, quick slants, and he can take it to the house. That's how dynamic he is. You can't forget about Jalen Waddle. I believe he had 170 yards receiving or something like that. Tyreek had about 170 to 180 as well, so they were split up evenly. They both scored 2 touchdowns. And if they're covered for whatever reason, we still got Cedric Wilson. We got playmakers. The 2 running backs, Chase Edmonds and Raheem Mostert, I really like what I'm seeing out of them. Our line did not do too bad this game. I was worried coming into it with our tackle situation and Armstead being injured and favoring his toe, I believe. But our offensive line, for the most part, held up pretty well. They're starting to get a rhythm, I think, in the running game. Even though we didn't eclipse 100 yards rushing, it was pretty close. I believe 96, 97. But our running backs are dynamic even out of the backfield. That's what gives them even more. It's more of a luxury because they're really good pass catchers. They can break anything because they're Chase Edmonds and Raheem Mostert are both one of the fastest players on our team. So it's like a track team on offense. So as long as Tua can be consistent, guys, our defense is going to have to start picking it up because, if they would have told me that our defense was going to give up 38 points against the Ravens, who would have thought that we were going to come out with the victory? Us putting up 42 points on the Baltimore Ravens defense, and it had nothing to do with the defense getting turnovers or getting a touchdown for our offense. No, our offense went out there and dropped 6 touchdowns on the Baltimore Ravens defense, and they were all 6 touchdowns by Tua because he had 6 touchdowns in the game. No one would have thought that, and it's just gives not only this team, which I believe it's going to elevate this team to a higher level because our defense is going to realize, oh dang, we don't have to just win the games every single week. Our offense can carry us, so that's going to give the defense more confidence. You even seen it. We could not stop the Baltimore Ravens offense all day, and once our offense picked it up and started scoring touchdown, we were able to stop them a few possessions to give the ball right back to our offense, playing complementary football, and our offense would finish the deal, score another touchdown. So it builds the whole team up. The team chemistry has to be at an all-time high now. But as for fans, it should give us confidence. I mean, we didn't see this coming. We didn't know that we could win in a shootout like this, 42-38. I mean, and these are all good things, especially heading to play Buffalo this coming Sunday. I mean, talk about a huge game now, right? I mean, both probably going to be 2-0. We're going to have to see about tonight's Monday Night Football against the Titans, but a lot of people expect the Bills to beat the Titans. So both of us being 2-0, them coming to Miami, the Bills, I should say, if we can somehow play our best football, play like how we played in the second half the entire game, we can compete with anyone, guys. I mean, that's the confidence we should have coming into next week. And I believe that's the confidence Tua is going to have coming in this week, knowing that he can lead this offense to bigger and better things if he can just play consistently and play for 4 quarters. And I'm not saying to be perfect. No one's perfect. But this is the step in the right direction for Tua. I mean, this game blows out any other NFL career game he's ever had. I know we would talk about the Cardinals game on his rookie year, but this game completely blew out that game. I mean, just for the simple fact that he wasn't playing at a high level in the first half, and for him just to flip it from one half to the next and just let those 2 interceptions go, even with his mounting pressure, but he knows this is his pretty much last time to show that he's going to be the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins moving forward. He let all that go, and he said, it doesn't matter what the score is, I'm going to let it fly, and I'm not going to have any regrets after this game. And look what happened. He led us down the field. You can say he put this team on his back yesterday and won us a football game. And that's the best feeling that any Dolphin fan should have. We should all stand up and applaud him and just hope for the same things moving forward. Not the 469-yard games, not asking for that, but asking for consistent play like this, 280 to 320 yards a game moving forward, 2 to 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions to 1 interception a game. I mean, he plays that level. Like I said, guys, the sky's the limit. There is no team that we can't compete with in the NFL, and we proved that this week with the shocking comeback by 21 points down in the fourth quarter, guys. So, I mean, I'm super excited. I hope all you guys are. I hope all fans enjoy this win for another day. And then once Wednesday hits, I mean, then we move on to Buffalo. We start looking at them, what are their weaknesses, what are our weaknesses against them, and how we can try to beat them this week. We'll be making another video either Wednesday or Thursday, and we'll start talking about Buffalo. But as far as Dolphin fans, we should just all enjoy this right now, guys. I've had a great day because of it. I wasn't expecting us to come back, like I said. So, I mean, today, Monday, everything's beautiful. Everything's a lot brighter, and that should be for all Dolphin fans out there because we should enjoy this victory for a day or two, right? But other than that, guys, like I said, I'll be back either Wednesday or Thursday to break down the upcoming matchup against the Bills. But like I always say at the end of my videos, I appreciate each and every one of you all for supporting this channel. We're just growing this channel organically, slowly but surely, but I appreciate each and every one of you subscribers. And if you're new to this channel and this is the first time you watching a video of mine, if you like what you hear and you like the content, if you can just please hit that subscribe button so we can continue to build this channel organically and do bigger and better things moving forward, guys. But other than that, I'm going to let you guys go today. Thanks for spending some time with me for a little bit. And like always, fins up, baby. I'm out. Peace.